Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today I'm giving you guys the top 3 of best at 6'9" point guard builds in NBA 2K23 next gen and current gen. I'm gonna first give you guys the next gen version of all these builds, and then give you the current gen version, and then give you the next gen version, then give you guys the current gen, and then so on and so forth. Before we do all of things, please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Okay, so 6'9" point guards are so OP this year, and there's 3 different versions that are, in my opinion, the best. I'm gonna start with the best all-around version, then give you the best finishing version, and then give you guys the best outside version. Alright, so for this, first all-around version, for your position, you're gonna want to go with point guard. Then for your body settings, you of course have to go 6'9", go with 185 pounds, and 7'4" for the wingspan. These are the best all-around body settings in my opinion, and just give you the best balance between all 4 categories, or all 5 categories, I guess. And this is going to be the version that I'm personally going to be making. Moving on to the attributes, starting things off with finishing. First, for your driving dunk, you're going to want this at a 93. For your standing dunk, put this at a 75. For the driving layup, you're getting this at a 74. And for your close shot, you want this at a 67. You're going to get in total 17 total finishing badges. And this build is going to be dunking so well. You're only getting 17 total badges, but you're getting gold posterizer and elite contacts. And really, you don't need that many badges. Like, as soon as you get posterizer, that's all you need. Now, moving on to shooting. First, for your three-pointer, you're going to want this at an 85. And then for your midi, you're going to want this at a 76. And for your free throw, put this up at a 63. You're going to get 21 total shooting badges, and you can green so consistently on this build. It's so dumb. Like, the combination between elite level finishing and elite level shooting is so stupid. Not to mention right here, if we just max out our ball handling, it goes up to an 87. And if we just upgrade our other stats, you're going to get 20 total playmaking badges on a 6'9" build. This thing is so broken, honestly. And then for defensive slash rebounding, let me upgrade this really quickly. When I finish upgrading this build, you guys are gonna see you're basically a lockdown build. Like, the fact that this build has no weakness is honestly insane. Like, on the 2s or something, even if you do somehow lose the ball, you're gonna be clamping up your opponents. With 86 perimeter, 85 steal, 87 block, as well as all of the necessary silver defensive badges. On to the physicals, this is of course going to be very good. Acceleration, of course, you're going to want to max this out. Speed, you're going to want this at a 79. Strength, you only need this at a 48. Vert, you need this at an 82. And then throw the rest of your ratings onto stamina. Really good all-around build that will not be stopped. Now, moving on to the takeovers, this is really up to you. You get a ton of different takeovers. You guys pretty much see what I'm going with. Once I do get Mamba mentality, this might change depending on how I'm feeling that day. But these are just the takeovers I'm going to go with initially. And yeah, that's how you make the first 6'9" version of this build. That's the all-around version and my personal favorite version. Now to make this build on current gen. Alright, so for current gen, again, for your position, go with point guard. Then for the body settings, go with the exact same thing. No real reason to change this up. When you're going from next gen to current gen, it's basically always going to be the exact same build, but with just very minor tweaks to the attributes. You guys can see based on these attributes right here, I'm not going to upgrade them individually. Basically just the exact same thing with very minor tweaks due to the fact that the badge system is a little bit different. So you just need to move around a few attributes here and there to optimize this build as much as possible for current gen. For the takes, it's really up to you. Again, you don't really get as many takeovers as you do on next gen. I'm basically always just going to want to go with the exact same takeovers as next gen, but it's just a little bit different. And then boom, that is pretty much how you make the build. I think this is the exact same name, Inside Out Scorer, but I don't really know, to be honest. Alright, let's make this build, but as an absolutely insane finisher. So the next build I'm going to show you guys is basically the exact same build, but I just put a little bit more focus onto finishing. And honestly, I think this is probably the most overpowered, the most toxic out of all of these builds. For the body settings, it's basically the exact same thing, but I went with 213 for the weight instead, and then 7'6" for the wingspan instead. This will just make your dunking a ton better. Moving on to finishing, as I said, this is basically the focus of this build. So of course, you're going to want a 99 driving dunk, a 75 standing dunk, 80 driving layup, and a 76 close shot. In total, you're only going to be getting 20 badges. But as I said with the previous build, you really don't need a ton of finishing badges. Of course, you are going to be able to get Hall of Fame posterizer, which is one of the most overpowered badges in this game. And as well, a little bit later, you guys will see you're getting silver bully. So you better be at least 6'7" or I'm running on you all day long. For shooting, you still can shoot on this build somehow. I don't understand. You're getting an 83 3-pointer and 17 total shooting badges. Like, bro, this build can do everything. Moving on to playmaking, again, you can still dribble on this build. You're not going to be getting as many badges as the previous build when it does come to playmaking, but you do get the +1 from basically the battle pass and the +4 for becoming a starter, which you can throw on playmaking if you want to. And then moving on to defensive / rebounding, you guys see this is pretty decent since you're much heavier than the previous build and you have a higher wingspan. Even though you do get a few less badges, in my opinion, this is a very good defensive build that is on par, if not better, than the previous build when it does come to defense. And of course, physicals are going to be very good. I'm basically just maxing out everything. Physicals are extremely important this year. All right, so for the first takeover, what I would highly recommend going with is a finishing moves. Then for your secondary takeover, this is kind of up to you. I would personally recommend going with extreme clamps, or if you want to be super toxic, just a super toxic slasher, go with easy blow-bys. If you do get double takeover, double slashing takeover, nobody is stopping you on offense. But I think the more competitive takeover is going to be extreme clamp. Honestly, I'll probably just go with easy blow-bys just for a super fun takeover. And yeah, that's pretty much how you make this 6'9" build, but with a 99 driving dunk and silver bully. Definitely one of, if not the most toxic build in this game. Now, if you guys want to make this build on current gen, it's going to be very similar. Go with point guard for your position. Go with the exact same body settings as the previous build. Then upgrade this build basically the exact same way that you did for the previous build. It's just going to be a little bit different, as I said, just to optimize the badges a bit more. Definitely still going to be super good on current gen, if not better. For the takeovers, unfortunately, you can't just go with double finishing takeover like you can on next gen. So you're going to have to go with something else, probably lockdown takeover, to make this a two-way finisher. And then yeah, that's pretty much how you make the build, but just on current gen this time. Now for our final third build of this video, this is going to be more of an outside version. We went from a very good dunking version to a very good outside version. First, for our body settings, basically you're going to want to go with 6'9", basically minimum weight at 187 pounds, and then 6'10" for the wingspan. The reason why you have to go with such low wingspan is to get super good shooting. You guys see a 92 3-point rating on a 6'9" build is kind of crazy. Now moving on to the attributes. First, for finishing, we're not just going to not be able to dunk on this build. Trust me, we're getting a 92 driving dunk for elite contact dunks. Unfortunately, you don't get that 93 for gold posterizer, which does suck a little bit, but the fact that you're getting elite contact dunks on this build is insane, especially once you guys see the other stats. Actually, matter of fact, let me show you guys the main stat that I'm super hyped about for this build. It is a 92 3-point rating with 23 total shooting badges. This will give you gold limitless range, while at the same time somehow you're also getting elite contact dunks. This is going to be a super fun build. Like, you can green from half court one possession, get a contact dunk the next possession. Like, it's honestly so broken. For this build, you're definitely going to want to be able to dribble, since it's kind of an outside build. You guys see in total you're gonna get 20 total playmaking badges, and it's not like we just can't play defense or anything. Of course, we gotta upgrade this quite a bit. We're only gonna go up to a 73 block right here. I don't even think you can get silver anchor on this build, which does suck a ton, but that's a very small sacrifice to just get all these other good attributes. And then moving on to the physicals, you guys see I'm upgrading this right now, and then boom, the build is completely done. I made this build, and I believe successfully made this build to be an oversized point guard build that can still green very consistently. I don't think this is gonna be like the most competitive build in the world or something, but I really like this build. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I'm honestly considering making this build. Like, it just seems super fun. Honestly, I kind of just need to put some more thought on whether or not I want to put my hard-earned of VC into this build. Bro, VC prices are crazy this year. And then moving on to the takes, so first, go with limitless range, obviously. And then second, honestly, you could just go with limitless range again if you want to. There's so many good takeovers you can go with, it's kind of just up to you. And then boom, that's pretty much how you make that build right there. Now, if you guys want to make this build on current gen, let me show you how to do that really quickly. Alright, so we're on current gen with it. Position, go with point guard again. Then go with basically the exact same body settings. Attributes are again going to be very similar, just a little bit different. Just again, to maximize the badges as much as possible. Takes, go with first limitless range, secondary takeovers up to you, and then that is how you make the build. Anyways, with that being said, that's going to wrap it up for the video. If you did enjoy this video, please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know which of these 3 builds is your favorite. I'm out. Peace.